Welcome to the second of our series of training videos. In this video, we're going to talk about adding child information pages to a collection. So what is a collection child page? A collection child page is just an additional informational page related to that collection. So the point of putting them into this collection is that they'll appear under the same banner, the same style as the aggregation. They'll be closely tied to the main aggregation pages, but carry additional data. So you can use it for credits, grant information, really any other pages of data you'd like to show the user that has information about this collection that are not themselves digital resources. There's three ways that a child page sort of advertises itself or has a visibility. The first is main menu. So there's a main menu in the collection beneath the banner and above the search boxes and other data on every collection. And if you mark this item, this child page, to be on the main menu, you'll just see it at the main menu after all the standard options. You could also mark it to be a browse by. So there's a browse by option. If you've selected to have metadata browsable, you already have this option appearing in your main menu. So if you go to browse by and drop down, you'll see a list of different browses. You can actually move these static child page information pages right there also. And finally, you could of course have no advertisement. So if the system doesn't advertise your child page, then you would need to insert a link yourself in your pages or anywhere else that you want to guide the user to these pages. So let's just look at examples of the first two visibilities. So this is a collection we're going to be working with. This is a collection donated by Florida International University for the Digital Library of the Caribbean. And it is a Cuban genealogy collection. So we added quite a few static pages to this. Just these original ones here are really about the collection and about the donate to the collector. So you can see this is on the main menu. So you'll see all of these options. That's a drop-down menu. So you can do these hierarchically as well. And these are actually 4 different static pages here. This is an example of the browse by. So we have a standard browse by here. We show name as subject, which comes from the database and Solr searches. But we've also added this particular browse here, which is a static amount of text that we've created that we want to appear as a browse by. So in this case, we're adding a lot of information about the different material types. So it's a great way to use the browse by. We could, of course, just select material type as a browse by, and the system would generate this list of 5 or 6 different material types for the user. But by creating a static child page, we've given more information about each one of these. As you can see, it appears in the drop-down browse by, as well as in the public browses on the little facet thing to the left. Okay, so we're going to do a live demo. What we're going to do is look at an existing collection, and we're going to recreate it in another instance, just so we can work with these child pages and see how that works. So here's the collection that we're going to be porting into another instance. We just saw these examples. So we have the browse by, name as subject, also which is the standard browse by material type. And we have these different about options, and we have a more advanced directory by family name. So we are going to move that from this test instance, and we're going to recreate it in our demo instance. So here we have the parent collection. We're going to quickly review what we did in the last training video by using our add collection wizard to add this new collection. So we're in the parent collection. We will use the admin view option at the top in your internal header. Go to sub-collections and click New Collection Wizard to add a new sub-collection to this collection. Okay. So the next screen. Our aggregation code is FIU Hurtado. Okay, so we've imported the full name, the short name, and the description. We'll go down here, we'll see the parent is this collection. Because we went through that parent collection to get to the add collection wizard, that's actually logged and we can't change it. Institutional division is perfect. So we'll go to the next screen. We'll make it active, show in the parent, and let's put it on the home page under test collections as well. We'll upload a banner. We'll upload a button and hit save. Great. So now we can view this collection. So this is the collection that we just created. So before we get started, we have some resource files, sort of some images and some documents we're going to tie to this collection that we'll go ahead and use in some of our work that we do. So let's go into the admin view for the sub-collection, select Uploads, and let's select our files. So we've selected the files, we'll hit Open. And we can see they've all been uploaded. So all of our images are already on our server, and we have these existing documents as well. So it is best practice really to upload your design files, your Photoshop for your banners and such. Just gives you a place where you can always go back to it years later. But these are just some other documents we want to associate with the collection. Okay, so now let's go into our child page. And let's create our first child page. So our first child page will be called About, and we'll put this on our main menu. When you select main menu as a visibility, you have an option to choose a parent. There's currently no other main menu child page, so it's not an option at this point. So we'll hit Add, let's hit Save and Exit, and we can already see that we have this About right here. So if we select About, you have some very small default text, but we can click Edit Content, and I'll cut and paste in the text for this page from our previous collection. So we input the text, we'll do a little bit of styling here. We're going to go ahead and make these header 3s. These will become links, but we don't yet have those links. Maybe we'd like to add an image here into our collection as well. So we can come up here and select the image button in our online HTML editing. Let's browse to the server, and these will show us all the images we just uploaded. Select this picture here, make it a little bit smaller. And so the width and height controls the height. This is a good thing to be able to do, is to look at is where you want it to go. So you either usually want to stick it to the left or to the right. We'll put it to the right and give it a little bit of horizontal space just to give a little bit of border around it, and hit OK. There we go. So hit Save, and we have our child collection. So it's very simple to make these child collection pages. So let's add a child to this collection, a child to this child page, I should say. So let's go to the admin view, go to child pages again. This time we're going to say About Collection. And our title will be About the Collection. We'll make the visibility also main menu. Now we can select it to be underneath the About. So we'll hit Add. While we're here, we'll go ahead and add the material type Browse By, so you can see how that works. But for this one, we'll say we want the visibility to be Browse By. So we don't have a parent at this point, we'll just hit Add. And finally, let's make one called Credits. This one will do with no visibility. So now we have a number of child pages up here that we can see. Two of them are main menu. The About collection has the parent of the About, and we'll hit Save. So we look at About, we now have About the collection. And we go to Browse By, we have material types. So let's do About the collection first. We'll edit the content again by clicking on this Edit Content button. I'll remove the default text, and I'll cut in the text for the original, from the original collection. So we can highlight these. Oops. You can make them bold, but we really would prefer to use our styles. We'll make them header 3. As well, you might want to make some links here. So we'll maybe say the Green Library of Florida, Special Collections and Archives. We'll select this button here, which makes it a link. And we'll just type in FIU.edu perhaps. So you can see that now as a link. So let's also put an image in here, just a nice little image from the collection. We actually have already uploaded one, so let's go to the image, browse to the server, and select an image. Again, we'll make it smaller. Let's float this one to the left this time, and a little bit of horizontal space is always good. It's a little bit too big, let's make it 150. Hit OK. All right, so there we've added the text, we've added the formatting, we've included the image. So you see how simple it is to include images in this and do simple formatting. You could do other things like you're used to in Word. You can come here and click, italics or anything else like this, and click Save. So there's our text. So now we have not only this About page, but we also have a subchild About the collection. So you can take a look, and if we select our URL, perhaps here, you can see how simple the URL is. Well, it's the name of our collection. The L is here because we're logged on, so a normal user wouldn't see that. So it's just the name of your collection and then the static page that you've created. So let's come in here, edit it, and let's add a link to say read more about this collection. Insert the link. Get rid of our L, we don't need that in there. Hit OK, and hit save. So now let's look at our browse by. We've done main menu, and we've done sub-child and main menu. You can actually go third level down as well, so you can have a very deep main menu based on that. So we'll click here at our browse by. For this one, we don't have any material loaded, so there are no browsers that are available, no public browsers that we have. We only have a static browse. So we'll do just like we did previously. We'll click Edit Content. We'll delete the standard text, and then I'll cut in the text from the previous one. So we paste it in the text. We can use the block quote, is what we had previously on these. So you can just select these little pieces of text. Select block quote. And we had URLs on these, so I'll go grab the URL for one. So we'll highlight the text we want. Again, we'll select the link button. And same with obituaries. Select the link button, enter the link, and hit save. So there you can see we now have our browse by with our links to go into looking for certain material. So we've done a browse by static, and we've got these. So the only one left to really do is the one that had no visibility. So if you come to your URL, we called it credits. So you might remember that we called it credits and type it in. Or you can go to your admin view, child pages, and you'll see credits is right here. So you can click view here. View will show it to you in your current language, which is probably their default language. Editing will do that last, but you can see that you can actually add multiple languages support to this as well. Or you can just delete it here also. So this allows you the actions for existing child pages. So we'll click view the credits, and we'll create some new text here. We'll delete this text and type in some text. Okay, so we put in some text. We're going to go ahead and add another image. This time we're going to upload an image. So we'll click upload, choose a file, move to our desktop, and we've got an image here of some sort. There we go. So we'll say send it to the server. Comes in here, we'll make it smaller. Hit OK. Oh, we'll do some alignment. Let's move it to the right. A little bit of horizontal space. Hit OK. And you can see it right there. So let's hit save. So we now have this credits page. So again, you can look here at our URL, and we know it's called credits. So there's no visibility to this page. So we'll have to come in here and say edit the content. Come in here and we'll add click here to view the credits. Highlight it, add our link, and add our URL. Hit OK, and click Save. And now we see that link. So that's how you use a page that is hidden, that has no visibility. So sometimes you'll lose it, so you need to click refresh to pull in your changes. So let's select our admin view one more time. Go to our child pages. And I do want to show you that if you click edit on one of these views, so let's click maybe edit about on the about page, you'll notice this lets you change the visibility if you want to move it. You can change the parent collection if you like. You have the ability here to edit this page. You can see we have support just for the default language. So we can go ahead and say we want to add support for maybe Spanish. And then we'll say we want to copy it from the existing English. We put in the title in Spanish. So we'll just put this in as our title, and we'll add it. Let's go back, click Save. We want to save these changes. And then we could say edit it. Oops, wrong one. We'll say we want to edit about. You'll see our Spanish is now here. So you can click edit, which will take you to it, allow you to view it. And so we copied it from the English, which is why we see so much text here. We do see our title here, and we see everything else is translated. So let's hit edit content. So we're going to take this text and we're going to feed it into Google Translator. Okay, so we've cut in the translated text from Spanish and from Google Translate, and we'll just click Save. You can see now that we actually have the text in Spanish. So if our user comes in and they're set for English, they'll go ahead and see our About. But if they're set for Spanish, either their browser is set or they've requested it through their preferences, we'll see that they're actually provided Spanish. So this is a great way then your child pages are easily editable online, you can upload images on them, and you can easily translate into other languages and provide additional support as well. Thanks for watching this video, and good luck working through your child pages in your own instance.